Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Nasa Facility. If you're new here and you didn't know, and if you did know, hey girl, hey. As you can tell by the title of today's video, I'm going to be sharing 10 things that I learned in the year of 2023 because 2024 is literally right around the corner. And I'm going to be doing my makeup because I'm about to go to the movies and I just wanted to do my makeup. So stick around if you want to learn 10 things that I learned in 2023. I hope this helps you guys try and hone in on things that you potentially want to change going into the next year. But this is definitely going to help me just like get it out. Y'all are like my diary. Like, oh my gosh, not y'all reading my diary. But yeah, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and comment down below. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.
Love yours.
Okay guys, let's get right into the video. First things first, I need to do my eyebrows. I just kind of want to lighten them up. But yeah, I'm going to be sharing 10 things that I learned in 2023. And yeah, I'll say I was just thinking about it, like 2023 was quite the year. But I don't know, it didn't hit as badly as it could have. I think toward the end of the year, it was so interesting because me and my boyfriend kind of just like came to the revelation the other day that like, yeah, life be lifing, but like we just had like an overwhelming like sense of like it is what it is, you know? And so that definitely leads into the first thing that I learned in 2023, which is that I cannot do this life alone. I think, and I don't mean that just like with people, and I don't solely just mean that spiritually. It's both. I think I'm someone who never really understood the concept or the reason behind community. I never really understood like people who are single and they're like, yeah, I'm lonely. I never really understood that. And I'm not lonely in any way, shape, or form. But I always felt like, you know, I would never be able to relate to that. I would be fine on my own. And I don't know, like I really value having like people, which sounds so crazy for me to say, but it's the truth. And not only that, I think I spent a lot of time like trying to shy away from God. And when I say a lot of time, I mean like years. And that has to do with like just what I went through in church when I was younger. Nothing like traumatic happened, but as a teen, like church was just really difficult for me to like grasp. And then going to college and just like not ever really figuring myself out was really difficult for me. So I just spent years just trying to do it on my own. And this year I learned that like you can't, like you simply cannot just do this all alone. And I'm really like grateful to go into 2024 with that revelation because life isn't something that I want to do on my own anymore. I really appreciate my people, the few people that I do have, and I really appreciate like and thank God for just getting me to where I am in life. So if anyone else has been feeling that way, you are not alone. I think this was like just an eye-opening year for a lot of people, in which we all are like, wow, like we can't do this on our own. I'd say the second thing that I've learned in 2023 is that time is not going to wait for me to catch up to it. Like, there's just so much time that's passed by in my life. I just turned 25 and I'm just so confused as to how that happened and when did that happen. Like 25, because when I was younger, I used to say that I didn't want to have, or I wanted to have my first kid by the time I was 28. Girl, that's in 3 years. And like, I can't even imagine having a puppy, let alone a child. And so time is not waiting for us. Time is just moving. And like, on the lowest of keys, I'm a little bit of a conspiracy theorist, and I just feel like they did something with time. Because y'all, I seen this TikTok and it was so valid. How are we in daylight savings or whatever we're in? And like before this, it used to get dark at like 10, 9. It's dark right now. It was dark when I came in the house at 6 p.m. like pitch black. How? Like, time, what you doing? And that alone didn't open my eyes. It's just like, dang, like time is flying. And next year I'm gonna look up and be like, yo, we're in 2024, like what the heck? So that's definitely something that I've learned and that's been on my mind heavily. Another thing that I learned in 2024 is that nobody cares. And that's not like in a negative way. That's not in like a nobody cares about you type of way. But that's just to say that like all the things that I worry myself over and worry about being perceived as or worry about being seen as, I promise you, nobody cares. Wait, let me do my brows. Hold on. Okay, back to nobody cares. I think in 2018 or 17 when I started my YouTube channel, I started my channel around the time that I was in school, and school was such a weird time for me. Like, I just didn't have many friends and like I didn't get out much on campus, whatever. But I wanted to vlog, I wanted to like do YouTube, but I was just so concerned about like what people would say if they saw me like recording myself. And that has traveled like since then. I still have that concern to this day, but I'm just like reminding myself consistently that no one cares. Like literally no one cares about what you're doing, especially out in public around people that you probably are never going to see again. Like literally no one cares. And that's not something that I've learned and I've accepted and I'm like, oh, bet we're good. But it's something that I'm definitely like coming to the realization that like no one cares, and stopping your goals or your aspirations or something that just makes you feel good because of what other people may think is quite literally insane. And I really plan to get out of that next year. The fourth thing that I learned is that I truly 100% lack discipline. Like I could have blamed a lot of stuff on other people, other circumstances, work, just so many other things. It's nothing else but me. I am the problem. I lack discipline, and it shows up in a lot of different places in my life. I think most consistently I see it with content. I see it with like books that I try and read, routines that I try and set up. It's a learning process. And I just started reading a book, I think called How to Gain Self-Discipline. I don't actually remember, but I just started the book, and yeah, like it just really goes to show that I really truly lack discipline. That's something that I'm working on like in 2024. Well, starting now really, but 2024, like going forward, I want to become a more disciplined person. I feel like a lot of the goals that I have and a lot of the like successes that you want to have in life don't necessarily come from outside forces. It comes from people lacking discipline to like continue to go after those things. So that is definitely something that I am working on. Another thing that I've learned is I'm pretty much the source of my own unhappiness. I think it's been so easy for me to blame like so many other forces for me being unhappy. But like if I'm scrolling on TikTok and I see someone with, let's just say, a really nice car, or someone's going on a trip again, and I'm like, dang, like why that's not me? But what work are they putting in versus what work am I putting in, you know? I think like I just have tried to blame so many other forces and never really looked at myself. And finally this year I just kind of took a look within, and I was just like, bro, like, not to really talk about you, bro, to myself, but you're the problem. Like you're truly the problem. And so yeah, that's something that I'm going to be working on next year, but definitely something that I learned this year. Another thing that, or the sixth thing that I've learned this year, is that I cannot function without routines. Okay? In the beginning of the year, this is not what I'm gonna use. Oh yes, it is. At the beginning of the year, I was heavy on routines. I would get up, I would go to the gym, I would come back, I would shower, get ready for work, cook breakfast. Well, cook breakfast, get ready for work, and then I had a really good morning routine. I didn't have a super solid night routine, but I had a really good morning routine, and that like really helped me heavily. Like that heavily impacted what my day looked like, that heavily impacted what my mood felt like throughout the day. I feel like it even impacted like how I worked. And then I wasn't able to work out and haven't been able to work out for a few months now, and I haven't yet like replaced my workouts with anything else. So it's been really hard for me to like function without that routine. Like just nothing feels the same for me is really how I've been feeling, and it's kind of difficult to like deal with, but I'm working on, and I will be working on like getting a better routine for 2024 so that I just feel more like myself. But life throws a lot of curveballs at me. Like if you guys watch my vlogs, you see that sometimes I deliver for Amazon, and like that can happen at any moment. So if I wanted to work out later on tonight and then I had to go do that, like the routine is thrown off. So I'm just trying to create staples in my routine that are non-negotiables. So yeah, because I absolutely need some form of routine, like some small slither of routine. The next thing that I learned, a hard thing to learn, but it's the truth. A job is just a job. I think a lot of people learn that in this climate because of layoffs, and like if you are on LinkedIn, I'm sure you see it all the time. So many people have lost their jobs due to the economy, and it's insane. Like it's truly insane. And we kind of get out of college and we're like forced to go into a career, forced to get a good job, but like a job is just a job, and 9 times out of 10, no, not 9 times out of 10, 10 times out of 10, if it's your time, they're not going to care. They're not going to care. So that's definitely been a learning curve for me, and I think even if you weren't affected by layoffs, that should just be a learning opportunity for you as well, to just really understand what the world is, really understand what these corporate jobs are, and kind of like wake you up to realizing that like it's not that sweet. Like life is not just those jobs, those companies are not just a sweet bowl of strawberries. Like they don't care. The eighth thing I learned is that you can do it yourself if you really want to. And when I thought about this, it was really just about my hair, but then I just started thinking about it on broader scales and like different things that I've thought about doing and have actually completed that I would have potentially paid someone to do. Since 2020, I've been thinking about selling jewelry or just starting a business of some sorts, and I think I kind of sunsetted selling jewelry, but the business idea is still there. But that's neither here nor there. I was like, you know, if I do this, I want someone to create a website for me. And then I think my boyfriend was just like, okay, try it yourself. So when I tried it and I did it, I was just like, wow, I can do things on my own. And then it led to me like doing my hair on my own, which is big for me because I'm quick to pay to get my hair done or quick to ask someone to do my hair for me. But I was kind of like forced to do it on my own, and I did it. And I was like, wow, I can do things on my own. And that was like a super huge waking up moment for me. I was like, oh, like what can't I do at this point? Like I can do anything. I braided my boyfriend's hair. That was my first time cornrowing someone's hair, and he actually liked it. And the whole time though I was doing it, I just kept saying, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Cause look, and I did it. So I can do anything, you can do anything, we can do anything that we really want to do. If we really want to do it, we can do it. The ninth thing that I've learned, and I think it's pretty funny, is I have probably been my biggest hater my entire life. Let's just be real. I am always going to be the one to shoot down my ideas before anyone else can. I'm always going to be the one to kind of go to someone else for them to pretty much tell me like, no, you can't do that, just so I can have someone else that's not my mind be like, yeah, no, you can't do this. And I'm grateful for the people that I have in my life, because they're actually never the ones to tell me that I can't do this. It's always just me, and I'm always the one talking myself out of like ideas and things that I want to do. But it's, yeah, like I'm really just my biggest hater. Like the reason that I don't do a lot of the things that I like to do, content wise, business wise, career wise, is because I'm hating on myself. Like low-key, I'm preparing for my downfall before it even happens, which is insane, I know, but it's honest. Like that's truly how it is for me. I'm always like kind of just preparing for the letdown, and I need to stop doing that, because realistically it is stunting a lot of my growth, whether I'd like to admit it or not, or whether I'm just now admitting it and have been doing it for years. Like just imagine really being your biggest hater. Just imagine you always being that negative voice in the back of your mind to talk you out of stuff. It's really difficult to like thrive in a lot of situations. You don't put your best foot forward. You kind of just BS on a lot of the things that you do move forward with. And that's been me. So yeah, I'm definitely going to work to like get out of those negative habits and turn negative self-talk into positive self-talk. It seems a little easier said than done, for me at least. And I also would like to get to the root of where a lot of that negative self-talk came from, because that's not even the type of household that I like grew up in. I've truly been my biggest hater for all of my life. So yeah, that's something that I need to work on, and I'm going to work on, but it is truly me. I am the problem. And the last thing that I've learned in 2023 is that I'm addicted to my smartphone. It's like, I'm not joking actually. People say that, oh, like y'all are addicted to your phones, but like no, like it's a true addiction. I think the first thing that I do when I wake up is check my phone. The last thing that I do before I go to bed is check my phone. And when I say check my phone, I'm not checking emails. Well, I do check my emails, but it's not like there's business on my phone. There's not like money is being made on my phone. No, I'm just checking Instagram, TikTok. That's really it. And that is something that I'm going to get out of in 2024. I've actually started now. I set a timer on my phone for an hour and 30 minutes between the two apps, so that is all of the time that I spend on the two apps. And it goes well during the weekdays. The weekends are more difficult because I have more time, more free time. So I'm trying to get out of just giving all of my time to my phone, with like reading books, reading the Bible, praying, making YouTube videos, different things like that. Watching television, which some people are not super into, but there are a few shows that I would like to watch, and I don't know, I'd rather give my time to that than scrolling and reading people's opinions and seeing how the world is gonna end soon and all other things that are consuming our social media. So yeah, the cell phone addiction is real. Like it's real. And there are videos on YouTube of kind of like how to get over that, which I need to give a little more time to. But yeah, I'm definitely addicted to my phone. I'm not going to dispute that fact. I'm not going to call anyone crazy if they were to say that, because it is true. But it's something that I've identified, and I am actively working to change it. So that is a plus. At least I'm not walking around here blind, a sheep, unaware of what the technology has done to me. So my makeup is done, and those are all the things that I learned in 2023. Well, those aren't all the things, those are 10 things that I learned in 2023. I highly encourage you to take a look back at your year and try and figure out what lessons you gained from the year, because lessons are our biggest blessings. Lessons help us move forward. Lessons help us figure out how to not make the same mistakes that we did. And we're trying to go into 2024 on an entirely new level. So we can't be doing the same stuff that we was doing back in 2023 if it didn't serve us, right? Right. So I definitely encourage you to just take a look at your year, take a look back and figure out what you learned and how you can grow from it, how you can move forward. And don't just figure out things that you learned and then be like, yeah, I learned that, but like figure out ways to start trying to flip your mindset so that you don't fall back into the same routines and habits that you had in 2023. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Feel free to comment down below if I opened your eyes to like anything that you learned too. Like, be for real about that cell phone addiction, because it's easy to fall victim, okay? Let me know that I'm not alone, okay? Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.